So we are doing it again, friends. Last time I had an error and I didn't know how to solve that. So now we will do that again. So in last project we had done till this. So I forgot to use the port. So now we are using that. You can also write, say like process.env.port or port 3000. This should work for the production. And in this video we have to do some package installing, like we need JSON web token, we need mongoose, and I think we also need .env, and one more bcrypt js. These are the packages that we need to, for the part 2. In this we are going to, so packages are installed. So here we have to create authentication routes in this video first. So for that, let's first create a folder called routes, and in that first will be auth.js. This will be our first route. Over here we will handle all our authentication. So for that we also need import uh, express from express, and then we need first route is router is going to be express router. Okay, and then we need to export default the router, and we will also say like router dot get for the slash, what we will say is say something like hello world. So let us do that. So response dot send, we will send hello world from auth slash route. Okay, so this is done. Over here what we will need is to uh, first import those. So I'm going to say maybe like this, auth route from slash slash auth, and over here we will just say like, we'll say app dot use for slash auth. We will say use auth routes, and if everything is fine we should. So let us say first clear, say npm run dev start. Let us simply, I'm just hoping that it works. So I have an error. It says maybe I should add a js over there, and it still mm, so now it's working. I shouldn't have added that. So let us test it. We will go over here. This is the auth route. We will send it, and now it says hello world from auth route. You might say that here we have only slash, and here is in auth. So this slash is a home index route for slash auth. So if we are requesting to slash auth, then we are indirectly requesting over here. So that's why we're getting that. Now since this is working fine, over here we will before we create something, we first need to create models for our user. So let us create a new folder, not over here but in this folder. We will create a new folder, we will call it models, and over here we will say first file is going to be user.js, and let me tell you, this will hold model for our user. So for that we will say const we'll say import mongoose from mongoose, that's right, and then we'll say const user schema is going to be new mongoose.schema. Now this takes some schema object as an argument. So we will say user will have name, which is going to be of type string, obviously, and it is required true. So it is very so, and this max is going to be 15, the length. Then we will maybe our user may also have some username. So we'll say username, which username should also be unique. So we'll say unique to true. Obviously, type is going to be string and required will be true. So, and what do we need? We also need email. So we will say email. We will say emails should also always be unique. So unique, true, type all is going to be string and required is going to be true. We can add validations, later on. Also, we'll have password, which is going to be of type string and required is going to be true. If these things doesn't match, it will return an error. So these are the objects. Then we can just say over here we can have pass in the options like timestamps to true. So now this will save the timestamp for when the user was created. Now we will create a new user schema. So for that we need to say first user is going to be mongoose.model user with use the user schema, and then we will say export default the user. This is the schema or the model. This is the schema and this is the model. Now, and this is the main authentication route. So in this route, we will start by first, mhm, or maybe just say register. That's a perfect name for this. And since we are over here, we also need import decrypt from decrypt.js. Okay. We also need to import GDBT from JSON Web Token. Then we will say, as we know that a user will pass the data in the request body, so we have to say first thing first, uh, const name, username, email, and password. These are the things that we require from the body. Okay. and rest of the things we'll do later. First we'll say console log maybe name and user name maybe and email, and we'll say rest.send data received. Save. uh, these are the things. Now over to the index, over to the auth route, if we send, we get this because we have to say slash register. Mm, and first thing first, we have to make it a post request to register a user. Then we will go over to our set over here, go to the post, and we will say body, say, say name, help, email is going to be some gmail.com. That works. Username is going to be username, and the password is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Saved. We have saved it. There's an error. So connection was refused to the server. So let us go over here. Go over here. Uh, so over here, just send it. Say cannot destructure property name as it is undefined. So for that, you should just if you get these kind of errors, first thing you should do is just comment it and just say console.log request.body, and over here we can just send it, and request.body is undefined. So let me find a reason why so I'm sorry guys, this is going to work just fine. Let me just say there's few things that we need to do. So first thing is going to say app.use, we're going to say express.json. We are also going to say app.use express URL encoded extend extended. It's going to be true. So after doing this, it should work. Right. So you can see here we are printing name. We can see over here we are console login. So let me just say it like this name, email. Name is help, email is something. We can just change this to someone else, and you can see there's someone else Gmail, and we're getting data received. So this is working just fine. Now the next part is going to be create the user with that uh, data. We have to register the user to our uh, database. So for that, we first need uh, is a environment variable file. So we will say dot env you can say over here mongo db uri and I'll see that. Mhm. Then what we need is going to be root of over here. We can just say before that we first need to connect to the database, right? So connection to the database. So we will say const. So before that, git config, git slash config. We need to create a folder. We will say config, and over here we will say db.config.js. Okay. Over here we will say export default. We will say mongo URI. It's going to be process.env.mongo URI db URI. Save it. These are some things, and over here to the thing say import db from slash config slash, then we will say uh, we will say mongoose dot connect. We will say db.mongo URI, and we will say use new URL person. It's going to be true. We'll say use unified topology. True. Hmm. Now this is going to return an object. You can just say that now that then like then if it works we can just say yeah console.log connected to the database. Okay, and as you can say catch whatever the error is going to be, you can console log that error that sh maybe. Okay, this is going to work. Yeah, we have to add some value in there. That's why the server crashed.